Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm MaryAnne and you're watching MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions, and I thank you very much for that, for taking the time. If you're new, welcome, and do me a favor, push the subscribe button and click the like so that I can continue to bring you content and hopefully spiritual upliftment and, I don't know, fulfillment, clarity. I like to use the different oracles and divinations as a conduit for the messages, as well as my own intuition and spirit guidance. And so that's what I'm going to do. I've been doing this daily, but I also upload mid-month and monthly for each individual sign. So that'll be starting tomorrow for the mid-month. So check back on that. I appreciate all your support very, very much. Today I'm going to start with the I Ching coin oracle, and I just want to say that when I get what we consider moving numbers, after tossing the coins and creating the hexagram, if we have moving numbers, there becomes a moving hexagram. I read the message to you, and then a non. And today we had five moving numbers. And I just have to say that hasn't happened in months or weeks, close to a couple months. We've had one or two. For a while we'd get three, maybe four, but it's very evident to me that the changes are very much occurring, and I know we kind of have to be feeling that. Though contradictorily, I will say we are now in our fourth retrograde of the month, as we are in retrograde season. Today, Jupiter has retrograded back into Capricorn. And of course, Jupiter being the benevolent planet, the creator of luck and gifts and unlimited opportunities, and each year it'll fall into a specific sign, and that's usually one of the most incredibly beautiful transformational years of that sign. So it was in Aquarius for about 2 months or so, I believe, and now it's gone back into Capricorn, and it will through about September, and then back into Aquarius for a couple years. So right now, back into Capricorn really just means there's this incredible, grounded, kind of slower pace, regimented, predictable, persistent, but just kind of methodical, regulated energy. I think that's the best words that are coming to me now. Whereas in Aquarius, it was more innovative and outside the box thinking, visionary, rebellious, truth, fairness, equality. So yeah, that's going on right now. Today we also have, today's actually May 14th, 2020, and we have the sun in Taurus. So happy birthday, all you beautiful Tauruses. You have another week for your sun season. And I hope you will find great love in the day for yourself, because you are incredibly worth it. And look for the beauty and the beautiful things in the most simple ways, right? And I think that's easy for the earth signs. They're very much in tune to the simple, fundamental aspects of life that bring them joy and love and peace. So let us read first of all, the I Ching messages. So we start with the moving, which is I. We haven't gotten this, and we have gotten this in the last couple months, but not with as many moving numbers. But I love it. It's number 27, and the title is Nourishment. And the above part of the hexagram is Ken, arresting progress. And below is Chen, thunder and movement. So the messages for everybody, this is all inclusive. I indicates that with firm correctness, there will be good fortune. We must look at what we are seeking to nourish, and by the exercising of our thoughts, seek the proper alignment. Boy, do our thoughts create so much in our lives, our bodies, our spirits. Let's start from the top up, 9 in the bottom position. You leave your sacred tortoise and look at me till your lower jaw hangs down, evil. He is thus shown unfit to be thought noble. Okay, interesting. Let me bring this over here. 6 in the 5th position. or second, I should say. One looking downwards for nourishment or seeking it from the height above is contrary to what is proper and leads to evil. Okay. 6 in the third position. His course is greatly opposed to what is right. For 10 years, let him not take action. That sounds personal. I don't know. But perhaps this whole change that we're occurring and everything, we're going to see the most incredible positive outcome, like we had from the last recession, if you will, in 2009 and 8 and 9 and 10. I mean, we got back up, but we will always do that. It's a cycle that happens, and it's letting me think and feel that that's what it's pertaining to. Certainly not that we're going to be seeing things more regularly in 10 years, but the real outcome as we look back. And then we have 6 in the fourth position, looking downward with the tiger's unwavering glare for the power to nourish. Good fortune. And 6 in the fifth position, with the dot for emphasis. He is acting contrary to what is regular and proper. But if he abides in firmness, good fortune. He should not, however, try to cross the great stream. So that's a lot of messages within the messages, and they can pertain to you, they may not, but all of them are meant to really kind of go deeply into the different layers. Like life, so many different, metaphorical aspects, philosophical, spiritual guidance in so many different layers. So that's the moving hexagram. The non becomes ko, and that's number 44, and the title is Encountering. The upper part is Chen, creative, active in heaven. Below is Sun, windward and gentle. So the final message with the I Ching Koi message for everybody. Koi shows a female who is bold and strong. It will not be good to marry such a female. That's kind of out of left field. Perhaps someone out there knows exactly what that means. I mean, getting married right now is also kind of put on the back burner. So maybe that's perfect. Maybe there's something that was intended and it, in fact, will not be to your highest good. So you got to sit with that too, right? And, with retrograde season, it's about sitting and reviewing and reevaluating, because we're not in any rush still. Certainly not with the influences of the earth signs. It's going to be slower, but the end result will be longer lasting and absolutely in our favor with Jupiter there. Jupiter still, regardless of being in retrograde, is working in our favor at all times. So it's a really cool energy to be having now in the midst of everything. So as we slowly reopen and renegotiate what it is we're going to do moving forward. I'm going to read from the different tarot. I always pick a different one, and today's the Gill Tarot. And I'm going to pick 2 or 3 energies that might be prominent for today specifically. That's wanting us to hear and recognize for the masses. Okay, so these 3 just basically fell out. So we're going to put those down. Of course, I'll read their meanings in just a moment for you. And then I'm going to pull from my beautiful deck that I love very much, which is the money and the law of attraction, because money is hugely important right now, and reminding us that money is an energy. So these wonderful messages can encourage us and remind us of that. And it puts a whole different perspective, because life is about perspective a lot of times. And, if we change it, it can do us amazing, amazing things, right? Perhaps we're already in that right set of mind it's helping to create better things for us financially because we're open to it. And then I'm going to pick a card from my beautiful Wisdom of the Hidden Realms deck, Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, for all of us. And last but not least, the Super Attractor Manifestation card for the life we choose. We feel it into existence. We're manifesting every moment. Why not manifest exactly what it is we choose, right? We got to feel that, believe it, see it. And so let's read these beautiful messages for you for today, May 14th, 2020. The first one is the moon. We had an incredible full moon in Scorpio, which was, oh my goodness, was that ever a transformational moon? And it was extremely emotional, very sensitive. It reached deep into us to reveal and open our eyes to the mysteries that were very prevalent, the unanswered questions. The truth came to light. You know, sometimes it can hurt. The truth can hurt, but it honestly is always for our best good. And if that's not the case, there was extra sexual energy happening. There was, you know, a better feel and, I would say, attraction in our relationships, in the things that we love. There were mysteries that were definitely brought to light, and now we have the new moon on the 22nd, which will be in Gemini. So that's going to be a kind of a dual moon that can give us choices, right? And uplift us and make us feel we have choices, which is really important right now. So that'll be coming, and it'll be starting to be felt really in the next few days, because it can happen. You can feel it 3 or 4 days before or after the moons. But it's always the time for beginnings and newness. So whatever occurred with the full moon allows you to kind of work things and set things straight, deal with what it is you received, the messages received, and then move forward in a way that's going to work in your favor, culminate whatever it was, and start fresh. The next one we have is, so this is what the moon card looks like, which is really beautiful in this deck. The illustrations are gorgeous. I love it. The next one is the Prince of Swords, and the title is Control. So the swords are the air signs, you know, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. And we have Saturn that is in retrograde. I believe it was in Aquarius. It could be going back into Capricorn. I'm not 100% sure. We had Mars in Aquarius. That went into Pisces yesterday. But we've had a lot of air quality, and Venus is in fact retrograde in Gemini, another air sign. So Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. A lot of thought going out, a lot of decisions, beginnings, you know, with the ace, the princes, the messages, kind of a new, I want to say, naivete or younger energy. So it's like I said, new information is new coming through. Definitely about truth and justice and fairness and loving relationships, and feeling that connection with others, which is beautiful when it's in the upright, and it has to do with the air signs. A lot of thought going into things, decisions being made. This is the time to take that time in retrograde, you know, and you might very well be seeing people from your past now. It's very, very prominent with retrogrades, especially in Venus, maybe an old flame or interest, or new actually, with the newness of the princess. But either way, it's a beautiful energy. It's encouraging, and it's offering truth and better communication. You know, Mercury is in Gemini, so it's quick, and it's going to be right, like Mercury is going to go in retrograde next month. We don't want to talk about that now. What I want to say is the Mercury is in Gemini, which is, you know, ruled by Gemini. So it's so important to be getting the information, and we want it quickly. We don't want to wait anymore. You know, we may not be able to move forward in a lot of ways. We certainly want to know what it is we have to deal with, what's happening realistically. So I love that. And then last but not least, we have the Six of Cups, which is satisfaction. Our cups are getting filled, you know, there's this happiness that's coming back. We're getting out a little bit more. We're interacting, even if at a distance. That heals our soul and our heart so much. The cups represent the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Like I said, Mars is in Pisces, so, you know, it's a little bit unusual in Pisces. It's not as, I want to say strong, but of course Mars is always strong. It's just a different type of an energy when it's in Pisces, because Pisces is kind of the fish, and it goes also dual-wise, personality-wise. It kind of goes into a fantasy. It's not as direct, and I'm trying to think if I can get any kind of wording. It's still strong. It still brings energy, especially Pisces will feel it because it'll give them that extra energy. But it kind of gets lost in translation sometimes, that energy. You know, we got to make sure we can contain it and don't let it just go crazy and lose sight of it, or, you know, maybe overdo, oversensitive. There's a lot of sensitivity with the water signs, but this is a beautiful, happy card that reminds us of exactly what we do have and how our hearts have been extremely affected during this time, and there's been more close contacts through media than maybe there has been in a long time. We've been able to connect and feel love and genuine compassion. That's beautiful energies, and I believe that I too can honestly feel and relate to these. So anything hidden has definitely been brought out, and I believe that being in the past. So revealing will still occur though, particularly with the retrogrades. It brings back information, people, to further, you know, decide what is it that I can do with this now. That's like a second chance to get things going for yourselves, for your highest good. So the next card I'll read to you is from, like I said, the deck Law of Attraction by Abraham Hicks. Just a beautiful, beautiful, where is it? Money and the Law of Attraction. They're incredible oracle entities that help us and guide us to understand and open our hearts and our minds to the unlimited possibilities in life and to connect to that energetically. Whenever I'm feeling good, I am attracting good. So I'll read to you, when you think a thought of upliftment or abundance or well-being, you are filled with a feeling of positive emotion. You may trust the way that you feel as the indicator as to which side of the subject, which is really two subjects, you are on. Whether it is the subject of money or lack of it, or health or lack of it, or a relationship or lack of it, or the lack of one, always when you feel good, you are the place of attracting that which you are wanting. I'll read that again. Always when you feel good, you are in the place of attracting that which you are wanting. It goes right back to the same things we've talked about in the super attractor. When we feel a certain way, we're going to create and bring that into our lives. It's an absolute, it's a law, and it's just, it is what it is, as they say. And I love that. I love that. It makes me feel incredibly trusting and grateful, you know, all at the same time. So then we have the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. So the card I pulled today for everybody is the Well Watcher. Wisdom, power of the divine, number 7. Angelic, divine guidance. And I will read to you from the book what this means for all of us and what beautiful guidance can be brought to us from the Well Watcher. The Well Watcher signals the need to go within, to contemplate the true source of power in the world, which, he reminds you, it is that of the divine. This is a message to let you know that you're being called to the well, and this unforeseen or unseen power will be there and will be yours to align with. This affirmation and prayer will invite the divine to bring miracles and resolution to your life. Thy will be done through me for the highest good of all and for the true manifestation of my purpose. You will know the way forward by the still small voice within. The divine always may answer your call by sending others to help guide you. The divine also may answer your call by sending others to help guide you. So don't be surprised if somebody all of a sudden comes and says, oh, you get that call, you get that email, you know, it's like, yes, there's the help and guidance that I've been praying for, because I know we want things faster. I certainly understand that now, and I've actually just surrendered that and know that it's on its way. We can certainly ask for it, though. Nothing wrong with that. And believe and keep that good feeling. So the final message from the Super Attractor Manifestation card for all of us: when I'm grateful for what I have, I can feel good along the way to what I desire. Isn't that the truth? Being grateful for what you have, the attitude of gratitude is only going to bring you a better life. And I feel like so many of us are really tuning into that too. Just, yes, we're going through some differences, but really, I mean, if you're healthy, and I pray that you are, and if you are able to be in a home and you've got a roof over your head and you're feeling safe, and you know the basics, the fundamental things of life are available to you, that's the biggest blessing we could have, right? And just recognizing that and never losing sight of that is so important. But I greatly appreciate being able to send these messages to you or relay them to you. And I hope that you feel better in hearing them. That's my entire purpose. So do, in fact, take great care of yourself and come back tomorrow. Like I said, be looking for your sign, although I really recommend, in addition to your sun, that you watch your moon and rising. And I will be starting the mid-month readings. And until next time, take care. Bye for now.